Okay, it's fight week. The heavyweight championship of the world is being fought for. The universally recognized heavyweight champion of the world, Vladimir Klitschko, makes another defense against Klitschko Pulev. Now, I was meant to have done this video beforehand, and for some reason, it got deleted. And I tried to upload it via YouTube, and YouTube said it got deleted. So I'm doing the video again. So I'm going to try and retain the points I had from last time. Anyway, the first thing is, there seems to be an almost complacent attitude or nonchalant attitude, as if, oh, Vlad's fighting again, he'll knock that guy out and we'll move on. That seems to be the attitude. And that's what I'm picking up at the moment for fight week. There's not a lot of excitement about this fight. And although HBO are backing this fight and tuning in, because I think obviously they believe the heavyweight division is livening up and Vlad's close to retirement, for UK fans, this fight's going to be Eurosport. No disrespect to Eurosport, but have you seen any advertisement for this fight in the UK? This is the heavyweight championship of the world, the holy grail of boxing. When Tyson fought, you knew the heavyweight champion of the world was fighting. When Lewis fought, you knew the heavyweight champion of the world was fighting. You know, when Ali fought, you knew the heavyweight champion of the world was fighting. This guy, Vladimir Klitschko, who's had numerous title defenses and no doubt will be in the Hall of Fame, nobody seems to care, apart from those in Germany. And that's not good. That's not good for the holy grail of boxing. And in my opinion, and this is a personal opinion, Vladimir Klitschko is destroying the value of the heavyweight championship of the world. He doesn't put himself out as a champion. He really doesn't. And his style is one that, since his chin got checked, he's made adjustments, which is fair enough, to just jab, jab, right hand, grab. That's it. See, he's made his style easier for him to win fights, but harder for fans to like him or to find him an enjoyable fighter to watch. When you talk about heavyweight champion to watch, you're looking at a guy who goes out there and takes guys out as heavyweight champion. Say what you want about Lennox Lewis, but he was in some memorable fights. I mean, title defenses against Michael Grant, who was a young, up-and-coming knockout artist in America. Big fight. Lewis dispatched to him. The Shannon Briggs fight. The Holyfield fights. The Tyson fight. The Tua fight. He was in some really big fights. Tommy Morrison. Ray Mercer. Who remembers the Ray Mercer fight? Was it the Garden? But that wasn't him as champion. I think that was him on his comeback fight. One of his comeback fights after getting knocked up by McCall. But at the end of the day, how many exciting Vladimir Klitschko fights can you say you've watched? Exciting. And this guy is single-handedly, in my opinion, destroying the heavyweight division. If you can defend... I mean, the thing is, Vlad's not that great a fighter. He really isn't. The opposition has been poor. And I guess you can only fight the opposition that's out there. But there was more people knew about the John Momot fight, and that was shown on I believe on Box Nation. More people knew about that than the Pulev fight. And the thing that confuses me about this Pulev fight is, before Pulev was going to fight Vladimir Klitschko, he was the most feared man in the heavyweight division. Suddenly, the Klitschko fight comes, and everyone's basically pooping himself. They're, oh, no. Klitschko's going to knock him out. But yeah, I think Pulev stands a really good chance. He's fought some big guys in the heavyweight division, strong guys in the heavyweight division, and be able to bully them, i.e. Ustinov. Okay, Vlad's got technically better skill. But like I said, Vlad is not a guy that wants to get into a tear-up. He doesn't want to get into a tear-up. He doesn't want to get into a dogfight. And if Pulev can take him into a dogfight, you may see a new world champion. And then, that's what I'm hoping for. Because should Pulev win the world championship, it throws the heavyweight division up in arms, because if the contract's signed correctly, from what I understand, Pulev would have to fight Klitschko again in a rematch. And I don't know, because before he would have gone and had to fight Vitali. If he got beat by Vladimir, if he beat Vladimir, he'd go and fight Vitali. But Vitali's retired now, so how does that work? So while they're having their rematch, on the other hand, and then on this side of the water, you've got Derek Chisora and Tyson Fury fighting for a final eliminator. So really, if Pulev was to cause the upset, then either Chisora or Fury will be hanging around for at least another 6 to 8 months before they get a title shot. So, but my point is this: people want to be interested. The heavyweight division is the pinnacle of boxing, or the place where everybody looks to. When the heavyweight division is in a good state, then everywhere else in boxing is good. The reason why people are so interested in the lower weight divisions is because there's exciting fights. People have lost interest and don't care about Vladimir Klitschko. He's made a lot of defenses against a lot of guys who are par, and he's the best from a bad bunch. I mean, I still think Vitali was the best heavyweight after Lennox Lewis of the current era, without a shadow of a doubt. You got a guy who could give a punch, take a punch, who could box, who could have a fight with you. He was nasty, and he'd take you out. Vitaly Klitschko is what I would see as a heavyweight champion. He went out there and took fighters out. This guy Vladimir Klitschko bores you to death, and he's got no personality, none whatsoever. Doesn't put himself out as heavyweight champion. So, it's what you like at the end of the day. It's what you like, and it's not about the case. Some guys pull out. Some ignorant people on YouTube will say, "Oh, it's because he's not black." It's got nothing to do with he's not black. I just told you, Vitaly Klitschko, I rate as one of the best heavyweights for me of modern times. I really do. I think he's good. I think he's very good, but I still think Lennox Lewis, in shape, Lennox Lewis beats Vitaly Klitschko. Bearing in mind what he was doing to Vitaly Klitschko, and he was finished as a fighter. So for me, I don't know. The advertisement for this has been pretty poor, and like I said, as long as Vlad holds onto the title, if he hangs around, I guess the next logical fight after Fury and Chisora, if you can get past them, would be against Stavern or Wilder. But like I said, it's not good that the heavyweight championship of the world is being shown on Eurosport. Eurosport, not Box Nation, not Sky, Eurosport. No disrespect to Eurosport, but should they be showing the heavyweight championship of the world? The middleweight championship of the world? Okay, fine. The cruiserweight championship of the world? Fine, but not the heavyweight championship of the world. Come on. And while I'm at this point, I will go on and say this, that when you do these boxing predictions, or which ones I do, I always look at a guy. For me, I look at a guy who's Pulev, who's unbeaten, and I think to myself, okay, he's unbeaten, and he's done quite well so far as a fighter. Then he's got that little gear. He's got a little bit more he can give. So I add that on top of what I see of a fighter, and that's why I give him a real good shot in this fight. I really do, because I think he's got a come forward, aggressive style. Yeah, a lot of people will say, well, Vlad will win this fight by landing the right hand and knocking Pulev out. But my argument to them is, for Vladimir to do that, he's going to have to take chances. I can't imagine Pulev's just going to stand there and let him hit him with the right hand. I don't think so. An example of Pulev's adaptability is when he fought Joey Abel. He fought Joey Abel and was throwing the right hand to Joey Abel. And he was throwing it, if you watch the fight, he was throwing his right hand straight at Joey Abel, and Joey Abel was able to catch it. And suddenly, instead of throwing it straight, he was throwing it straight. At the last bit, he turned the jab the right hand into a hook, and that was a shot that dropped Joey Abel. So little technical things like that I see as Pulev's the thing that people really don't talk about him. So I see him as a man that's physically strong. I see him as a man who's determined. He's hungry, and I can't see Vladimir just going out there and knocking him out. And if he did, that would be an impressive performance. I still have the question: when's the last really spectacular performance that Vladimir put on? Like, he went out there as heavyweight champion, went out there, boom, knocked a guy out. You don't see it from him. He's not prepared to take chances. And any fighter, and a guy like Pulev, if he senses you're scared of him, he will get on top of you and he will bully you. He will do it. And those are my thoughts about the fight. But like I said, thank Vladimir Klitschko. Not so much Vitali. Thank Vladimir Klitschko that us in the UK have to go to Eurosport to watch the heavyweight championship of the world. Not good. Not good. What do you think, if you're from the UK, what do you think of the fact that you'd be watching Vladimir Klitschko versus Pulev on Eurosport? And what do you think of the fact that there's been a lack of advertisement for the fight? In America, obviously it's on HBO. The guys that follow Bayloric TV, what's it like in America? What's the mood like in America? What are people saying about this fight? Is it a case of, well, Vladimir's fighting, Vladimir's going to get a knockout, or is it really a case of, hey, this guy Pulev could cause the upset? What's the odds like over there? And what's your feeling about the advertisement? How are HBO promoting this particular fight? Okay, I think I've said enough, but like I said, yes, Vladimir Klitschko will go down as a all-time or Hall of Famer. But personally, for me personally, I don't value him. Yes, he's a credible champion. He's a good role model, but this guy's got no personality, and his fighting style is very one-paced. So, and I know people are not gonna like me saying this, but Manny Stewart gave him that style to prevent him getting knocked out. When Vladimir first started his career off, again, he was a very exciting fighter until he got hit on the chin. And that's what happens. So, Manny Stewart left us with Vladimir Klitschko, and he's boring the pants of the heavyweight division. So, I hope Saturday night it's a tear up, and I hope that there's some knockdowns, and even if Vladimir was to win the fight, he wins the fight in dominant fashion. I mean, like, knocks Pulev out of there in the first 5. Goes out there and boom, 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 knocks Pulev out of there. Knockout of the year, something like that. Like, someone say, yeah, Vladimir, yeah, Vlad's in beast mode. How often do you hear people say that? You just don't. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out.